Hey friends, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School here in Muskoka, Canada, filming a little flow on the dock at Kawagama Lake. Today's focus is going to be hips, hamstrings, low back, opening things up. It's early in the morning, I'm just getting up, so it's going to be a little bit more of a slower flow, but we will get our bodies moving in a way that feels really good. Let's start today in a seated position when you're ready. And you can sit in any direction. I'm going to sit to face you just to get started here. I've got a little moth buddy next to me. Legs can be crossed, legs can be out in front. Find a tall spine, close your eyes or soften your gaze and give yourself a moment to just arrive. Notice what you feel in this moment, what's going on internally. If you're like me and it's first thing, coming out of that dream state, that sleep state, a lot of energy is inward. We'll start to notice what's happening externally. I've got some birds around me. You might even hear a loon. You can gently blink your eyes open. Inhale, take a slow, deep breath. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, draw your palms together in front of your heart. In and out through your nose. We're going to take that a few more times. Inhale, reach it out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Big breath in. And breathe it out. Inhale, reach both arms to the sky. As you exhale, side bend to your right, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. And then play with gazing toward your right fingertips, drop your left shoulder down. Just finding a little bit of movement here, getting into your back. Maybe into your shoulder. I feel this a little bit of thoracic around my ribs. Back to center, breathe in. Take it to the other side, left hand down, right arm stretches up and over. Find that side bend in space. And then you can explore that little tilt forward with your right shoulder. Bring it back to center, both hands high. Exhale, bring your hands down to your knees. Take a breath in, lengthen. And then as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. I'm going to turn sideways. Allow yourself to bow forward, finding space and breath into your low back, your hips. Gently walk yourself back up. Bring your hands behind you. Take a little counter stretch. Tent your palms. Come onto your fingertips. Lift your heart. Open up. And gently release. And then swap the crossing of your legs so the opposite foot is in front or on top. Reach both arms to the sky. Breathe in. Take a twist to your left. Left hand behind you. Right hand either in front or toward your left knee. Tall spine as you breathe in. Deeper twist as you breathe out. Next inhale, unwind arms to the sky. Exhale, take it in the opposite direction. Find length and space through your vertebrae. And then a slightly deeper twist. Bring it back to center, both arms to the sky. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Just go as far as your body allows. And gently walk yourself back up. Find your counter stretch, fingertips behind you. Lift your heart, open it up. And back to neutral. Hands can come either by your sides or to your knees. Start to make some circles with your body. Moving your spine all the way around. Find some circles in the opposite direction. And then back towards stillness. Hands on your lap, tall spine, eyes open. Look around your space. Notice what you notice now, a few minutes in, a little bit of movement in your body. And perhaps you set an intention for your day, for this practice. Uncross your legs, feet on your mats, fingertips behind you. Bring your feet wide, knees to the sky. We'll windshield wiper right and left. Release your hip flexors. Find a little bit of lubrication here. Back to neutral. Extend your right leg. Keep your left knee off to the side like you're taking a tree pose. And adjust however you want. Place this wherever you like. Tall spine as you breathe in. Begin to fold over your leg as you breathe out. Notice how far you go without meeting resistance and where you can create some softness, where you can bow, where you can breathe a little bit deeper. Continue to breathe slow, steady breaths. And gently lift yourself back up. Bend your right knee. You're going to take your left ankle over your right thigh for a seated figure 4. And then adjust however you like. You might bring chest toward your shin. You might scoot your bum a little bit forward. I'm going to find kind of an in-between here. Breathe into sensation. I feel a lot of left outer thigh, a little left glute. Play with flexing your toes back toward your shin. Notice if you lean forward or scoot forward, how that changes things. And then you can slowly release. Scoot yourself back, uncross. We're going to swap out our legs and do those 2 shapes on the other side. Left leg extends, right knee out to the side. Sit up tall, find some space and length. And then begin to lean, hinge, fold over your extended leg. And you might find you like this more active, a little bit more yang style, flat back. You might find that you like to really round, let go, a little bit more yin style. And when that feels like enough, gently walk yourself back in. Bend your left knee, same thing. I'm trying to watch my little moth friend. Right ankle crosses. You decide how far you go, chest forward, bum forward. Kind of finding that sweet spot. For me, early in the morning means not going as far as I normally do at the end of the day. Maybe you play with flexing your toes back. And as that feels like enough, uncross. Let's do another windshield wiper with our knees. Side to side, loosening things up. You're going to find our way to a little toe squat. So however you want to get there, you can roll over your legs. Come onto your feet. Heels are lifted. Draw your knees together and play with balancing hands to your heart. Gently release your hands down and your knees down. Stretch through the bottom of your feet. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And then either stay, release when you've had enough, or if you'd like to join me, we'll take a little ankle stretch, tops of your feet down, sit back, and then you decide how far back you go. Maybe you start to lift your knees. When that feels like enough, release. Find your tabletop. Feel free to roll out your ankles, shake out your feet, even tap your feet on the ground. A little side to side. We'll move into my favorite shapes, some of my favorite shapes, cow and cat. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, send your heart forward, really lengthen your spine. Exhale, cat like an angry Halloween cat, press round. And then continue to move like that. Inhale, belly down, lengthen. Exhale, scoop and round. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Come back toward neutral. Walk your hands forward, a little puppy pose. Forehead, chin, or chest, depending on what's available today, toward your mat. And then gently walk your feet back, your hands back, your knees toward your heels for a child's pose. Make your way to downward facing dog in your time, hips to the sky. And feel free to pedal out your feet here. Get into the back of your legs, find a little sway. Reach your right leg high, deep breath in. Exhale, step your foot outside your right hand. We'll set up for like an active lizard. Left knee is lifted. Just notice what you notice here. If this feels too intense or you really want your back knee down, please by all means go there. We will meet you there eventually. Notice what it changes if you engage your left glutes. Release your left knee down if you haven't yet already. Shimmy your right foot toward the center of your mat, heel toe it in. Right hand is outside your foot. And then crawl your toes a little bit forward. So your foot's in front of your knee. Gently shift your weight back, find half splits. Hands wherever they help you. I've got a pretty big bend in my right knee, so it doesn't have to be super straight. Think about lengthening your heart forward and breathing into hamstrings, back of your leg. Rebend into your front knee, set it below your ankle, plant your palms, lift your back knee, take a breath in. Exhale, step up, left foot meets your right. Oh, I took my moth with me. Sorry, buddy. Lift halfway, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Inhale, rise to standing, hands high, look up. Exhale, palms together in front of your hearts. Bring your hands behind you into imaginary back pockets. Hug your elbows in, lift your heart gently, press your hips forward. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, a slow dive forward. You can keep your hands in your low back. Feel free to bend your knees. Take that dive all the way down. And then release your hands to the back of your legs. Gently pull yourself a little deeper. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high plank, upper push-up or tabletop. I'm going to meet there. Shift forward as you inhale. Lower to your belly, exhale down. Baby Cobra, inhale, lift your heart, press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, lower. Child's pose, hips to heels. Relax everything down. Tabletop to downward facing dog. And again, find a little bit of movement. Reach your left leg high, full breath in. Exhale, step your foot outside your left hand. Stay a little bit more active if this is available. If not, no worries. Feel free to drop your knee. Engage your right glutes and just notice what this feels like. Where you've got sensation, where you've got resistance. Now I'm feeling bad about my moth. And lower your back knee down. Center your left foot in the middle of your mat. Shimmy your foot over. Crawl your toes forward. Find your half splits. Lead with your heart and gently bow over your leg. Rebend into your front knee. Lift your back knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, step up. Right foot meets your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold and exhale. Rise to standing, arms sweep high. Palms together in front of your heart. Exhale. Take a moment here to adjust your clothing, your breath, your stance. Feel the earth below you in a nice, tall, strong posture. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, bow yourself forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands down, heel toe your feet wide. Find a squat malasana, heels in, toes out, sit low. Bring your hands to your heart, open up through your chest. Notice if you can lift a little away from the earth. And slowly release down. Hands one in front, one behind to find a seat. Find the soles of your feet together, knees wide, your cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. Lift your heart, breathe in, and bow forward over your legs as you breathe out. Take your heart up. Windshield wiper your legs right to left. Release through your hip flexors. We're going to take similar shapes that we started with. Start by extending your right leg, left knee out to the side. This time, rather than folding forward over the leg, belly down, we're going to take a little bit of a side bend. And if you prefer belly down, please go there. So a little bit of a twist toward the center between your legs. Right hand comes inside, left arm up and over. Getting into the side of your low back a little bit more. You might be able to reach your foot. I am not there this morning. Release, counter stretch, left hand behind you. Take your hips high. and slowly lower. We'll start with a twist. Left foot comes outside your right leg. Left hand behind you, right elbow can hook. Counter twist in the opposite direction. I'm not cueing the breath, so make sure you're still breathing. And then back to center. We're going to bend bottom leg toward your left glute. And you can either stay with this top knee up or start to tuck your left foot toward your right glute to stack your knees. And sometimes it's helpful for me to rock a little forward and reset. Thinking of like cow face legs, almost like eagle legs seated. Tall spine, breathe it, and then start to walk it forward. Gently lift your chest. Uncross. We're going to take that same thing to the other side. If you want a little shakeout, a little bicycle, a little windshield wiper, please go there. Otherwise, as you're ready, left leg extends. Turn your body a little bit between your legs. Left hand down, right arm up and over. And as that feels like enough, your counter stretch, a little mild thing. Some people call this a dance pose or a dance stretch. Lower down. We'll take it to our twist. Right foot comes up and over, right hand behind you. And slowly unwind, twist in the opposite direction to your left. And then get yourself set up for that cow face legs. So left knee bends, foot toward your right glute. You can stay like this. This might already be pretty intense. Or you can tuck your right foot toward your left glute. Feel free to take my little trick of rocking forward, stacking things up. Mine are not perfectly stacked or close to my hips, especially on this side for whatever reason. You can stay, you can start to bow forward. Notice where you feel sensation and where you can send breath always. And as that feels like enough, gently release, come up and out. Shake out your legs, maybe extend or windshield wiper. We're going to take one last seated forward fold with legs out in front, Paschimottanasana. Stretch of the west. Legs can be straight, they can be bent. I've got mine about hip distance apart. You might decide together or a little bit wider. Find a tall spine as you breathe in. And then option to hinge forward, flat back. See where you find your edge. Doesn't matter where your hands land. Option to round through your head and neck and kind of slump over. And I say that not in a negative way, but a little bit more of a yin style. Depending where you feel sensation. Personally, I feel more hamstrings when I've got a flat back. If I kind of round, I feel more through my upper back. My knees are bent, I feel a little bit more low back. So you decide what's best right now, where you want to go, what you want it to feel like, and know that you can adjust and shift. When that feels like enough, gently lift yourself up. Take a little counter twist, or a little counter stretch, pardon me, I should say, lift your heart. We're going to make our way onto our backs. I'm going to flip around. You can simply roll back. I've just got moth guts on my mat. Roll onto your back, feet on the earth, knees to the sky. Take your feet wide and knock your knees together. Notice how this feels in your hip flexors. Notice what other shapes your body is craving. So if you'd like to take a bridge, another figure 4, another twist, you are welcome to go there. I'm personally going to end with a happy baby. You've got lots of time, and you can always pause the video or stay a little bit longer than me in your Shavasana or in any shape. And as you do feel ready, like that's complete for now, you can find your way to final rest. Traditional Shavasana on your back, palms facing up, or maybe your hands come to your body for a little bit more grounding energy. You roll to one side or to your belly, or even come up to a seat for a final meditation. Breath becomes light and natural. Body is held by the ground below you. Let go of any last need to control, to hold on. And give yourself permission to simply be here. You are always welcome to stay a little bit longer or begin to gently reawaken. A few last stretches, some little wiggles. The sun came out for me. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Pause for a moment, palms together in front of your heart, and thank yourself. I was going to say house. Thank yourself for taking care of your house, your home, your body, your mind, your emotions, your ability to be present and aware. And hopefully you can carry this sense with you off into the rest of your day. We're going to bow our heads together in silence, honoring those who've come before us, those we practiced together with, and those who will come after us. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon.